Welcome back to Gamebros. This is Kuko.
Kuko Hulk.
And this is Prodigy.
Coming to you live from our Gamebros studios once again in beautiful Miami, Florida. And if it's not one thing, it's another. It's always something, right?
Yes.
In the Gamebros studio, something always has to happen. But we got it all back in order.
Yes.
We got the ship riding right, and we got it all settled down. So, like we were saying before, we were rudely interrupted by the freaking audio problems we were having. There's a lot of stuff we got to talk about. So let's hurry up and let's get into it. This is the gaming news. So Xbox introduced this new distributing service that are giving people the opportunity to buy an Xbox One game. And if you buy the Xbox One game, you automatically, for free, get the Xbox Series X upgrade for free. I don't know if you guys remember when the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 was in that transition period, or the 360 to the Xbox One, they were charging you $10 for that upgrade. I don't remember that project.
Yes. Yeah, in most games it was that $10 upgrade. Or some even also did a bundle with that. And I remember the Vita, if I wasn't mistaken, was also cross-buy as well. I remember Battlefield 4 being the one that, or at least the main one that me and DJ Fuego cross-buyed for. So we can have it on the PS4, and then that's where we played it on, was on the PS4.
And $10 was the good scenario. Sometimes they gave you the definitive version and charge you $60 straight up. But Xbox is putting their line in the sand and saying, hey, look, from now on, if you buy an Xbox One game, don't worry about it. You're going to get the Xbox Series X one for free. All the upgrades, all the bells and whistles. And that's a good thing, and I'm glad they're doing that. One of the first companies to jump on board was Project City Red with their Cyberpunk game, which is coming out soon. So I'm excited because you can actually jump into the game. You can start playing it, and then automatically, seamlessly, you can upgrade to the next gen console of your choice. So right now, Xbox is the only one that's doing this. PlayStation hasn't said anything yet. So we're excited to see. Now, Xbox is doing this. Do you think PlayStation can say, hey, we're going to charge $10, $20, $15, charge you full price? What are they going to do? What do you think, Quito?
I don't know. I want them to hop on it, if you ask me.
And do the same thing?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I don't think
it would be interesting.
I don't think that being that would be a negative.
I mean, but like, why wouldn't you though?
In my case, I think that they have to do the same thing because it would look shady as heck by like you got one company saying, hey, look, for free you get the upgrade, and then PlayStation looks shady by saying, hey, give me $10, give me 15, give me full price for a game. Then they look super greedy, and people really
dislike
that.
PlayStation Plus though.
But that's aside. PlayStation Plus is different. Aside from the game itself.
The thing is Sony or the company itself willing to come out of their pocket to go and do that? Because remember, if you have a copy on one console and gonna port it over to another for free, that's basically giving almost a free copy to something else.
But think about it. Right now in Steam, you get that. You buy a Steam game, you start playing it, you upgrade your PC, that same Steam game just carries over. So it's not that it's something
but that's
brand
a PC
new.
though.
Basically, what are the new gen consoles we're getting?
But they're not gonna be upgradable. You're making it sound
but it's basically one architecture, and it's gonna go up to another architecture. Yeah. And I think they're already the reason why backwards compatibility is gonna work so easily this next gen is because the architecture is kind of the same. Yeah. So I believe they're just gonna seamlessly go through. And like I said, if they don't do it, then they look super. They'll be the EA. They're like, hey, why are you trying to squeeze extra money out of us?
Yeah, it won't look good. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Yeah.
So I'm glad that Xbox drew the line in the sand. I'm glad that CD Projekt Red was one of the first ones to jump on it. That way, they're setting the example. To me, the good example. It's good for us, the consumer, not so good for them as a company. Mm-hmm. But who cares about the companies? We care about ourselves and our pockets. The more money we save, the more money games we can buy, right?
Mm-hmm. Basically.
Absolutely.
So with this Xbox news, we kind of want to jump in some news that came out last week. We didn't have a chance to do the show last week, so we want to talk a little bit about Xbox and their super powerful system. Xbox put their flag down and said, you know what, next gen, we're going to be the console of choice. We are going to be the most powerful console in the market. And they got a lot of beefy specs. Can you lay it down for us, Prodigy?
All right. So starting with processing and most of the power, where all the beef is at, you're going to have 12 teraflops, custom RDNA 2 and Zen 2 processor running on the Xbox Series X. Then we're going to, they said that they're going to have variable rate shading, which that has to probably, it's most likely going to do a lighting and colors in the game. Hardware accelerated ray tracing. So this is not going to be a hardware based ray tracing. Do you know the difference?
It will be hardware.
But it's hardware accelerated.
Oh, okay.
So there's different. It's almost like how there was the native 4K.
Oh, and the checkerboarding 4K.
And then yes. But still gonna be very, very close to the actual NVIDIA rate, like very, very, very close.
Yeah.
So we're basically getting they're getting the real thing. You got custom SSD. You got multiple games running. That was something big that they brought up this week. You're gonna have multiple games running. You can turn off your Xbox Series X completely, disconnect it from, reboot it, restart the system.
So basically, they're saving the game in the cloud, right?
Yeah,
so and your save state would be.
You're gonna use their xCloud for that, most likely, just like how.
That's the only way. There's no other way that you can do it.
Yeah,
if you're shutting off your system and you're shutting down the hard drive. Unless there's a way that they're keeping the hard drive alive while the system's booted down.
Like a mini power bank? No.
Yeah. So let's go back to the 12 teraflops.
Yeah.
So the first Xbox was 1 teraflop.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox One, when I was, 360 was 1 teraflop.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox One was 3. The Xbox Scorpio, the one that just came out.
The S, yes.
No, not the S. The
X. My bad.
Xbox One X.
Yes.
Was 6 teraflops. So now this Xbox Series X will be 12 teraflops. So they've been kind of doubling up their teraflop. Their power. So they want to be the best of the best. They don't want any other third-party game to look better than other than being the Xbox One. Which I think that's the best way to go. If you're gonna make third-party games, you want them to come to your system. You want them to look best on your system. Mm-hmm. You want the Assassin's Creeds of the world. You want the Battlefronts of the world. The Call of Duties, the Apex.
They definitely don't
all that. You want that to come to your system the best.
They don't want that nasty headline that came out back in their Xbox One launch. That kind of bothered a lot of fans, which was that whole Watch Dogs ordeal with Ubisoft having to downgrade because the Xbox One couldn't push 720
but like
resolution and stuff like that. So they definitely learned, and they definitely want to be on top of their game, on top of everything this time around.
Well, they're not on top of their game because look how their console looks.
Well, oh, you mean
Quito has a problem with the design,
the design of the box itself?
I mean, if you're on top of the game, your thing would look good, but it looks like a building.
A building? A building. Yeah. Some other stuff that was actually I want to point out real quick, which is kind of interesting, was 120 FPS support, which I don't know.
The refreshed 120.
Oh, refresh. It says variable refresh rate. Mm-hmm. And then it says 120 FPS. Support.
Okay, so they're going to support 30, 60, 90, and 120.
And then 120, whichever game.
That's the max.
Yeah.
So they're going to, that's why the different variable. So the
refresh rates, yeah.
Exactly. So they're letting the developers use whatever refresh rate they want. And I'm sure as internally with their first party games, they're going to try to get to the 120 every single time. Basically how PlayStation does with their games, they always want to max out everything so it looks as best as possible on their system. But So they're going with a faster SSD. That's also good, lowering down the. But the biggest thing is the ray tracing. Have you seen? We showed
and
pictures of
audio ray tracing. We showed a video about it. I remember we showed
the Minecraft
one
when you see no ray tracing and then you see it with ray tracing, it looks like
day and night
completely different games. So
yeah,
like the
lighting,
see-through and everything.
audio ray tracing is very interesting to me.
Okay,
That is something that right now at least confirmed PS4 is an offer, PS5 is an offering. And we'll talk about their specs of confirmations
In a little bit.
in a little bit. But audio ray tracing is very, very different because we're getting to real almost audio like sounds.
and we're gonna talk about sound in a game later on in our review.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's huge. So we play a lot of games. We spend a lot of money on our headphones, and we want to hear every single sound. So if these systems could get us the best sound, it could make us more immersed. Imagine playing BioShock and being able to hear all the drips of the water all over the place and knowing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that makes it more immersive. So those are the kind of things that we want the future to bring. HDMI 2.1 is awesome.
Yes.
Also, they're also shortening the latency between the controller to the TV to the console, making that for fighting games for the people that, Daryl, one of our fans, loves Street Fighter. You need to have that short latency in the fighting to make it all work. And that's why a lot of these old fighting games like to be used on their old CRT TVs, the bubble TVs, because there's no latency there. So that's a good thing. So we're happy about that. Xbox is doing a good job. Like we always say, they could keep pushing the envelope, makes it better for us, the consumers. The more competition, the better, things happen for us. We get better stuff, and, they create newer and better things. So excited for that. Speaking of new and special things, did you ever think that we would come to a time where you're playing a game and you're worried about your hands being sweaty? We always talking about people being sweaty, right, Quito? When we're playing against people, we say these guys are sweaty. Now we can actually measure the amount of sweatiness.
Okay, quick question. Do you guys get your hands sweaty when you're playing video games?
Never in my life.
Do you?
No, that's...
No?
Actually,
a lot of people do. Is that a weird... that doesn't happen to me as well. I don't know if that's an Ortiz thing because my hands don't get sweaty. It's weird.
Most gamers don't go outside. Sweat.
They're like, the mom's like, hey, kids, go outside. I want you guys to sweat a little bit. But, Mom, look, check out my hands. I'm sweating.
Check out my biometric readings. I've been sweating all day. And that's where we're going to segue into biometrics on the DualShock 5. Picking up, there's been patents coming out on that for the grips, picking up heart rate and sweatiness, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to put it that way.
So basically, they're going to get different biometric readings from your controller. Doesn't necessarily need to be sweat. It could be heart rate. Think of a game called like Outlast. And the more heart starts pumping, the more the guy starts chasing you or listening to, the harder the beat gets closer.
I was just thinking about that.
Or I remember...
Cool. Or like your guy can get slower because your heart is pumping so fast. Like you could be breathing hard in a game so you can't run as fast.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different games.
That's pretty cool.
There's a bunch of different ways. They could even use it with workout games, exercise games.
They can put that in move controllers. They can also pattern
in VR games is going to be a big thing in my opinion as well. That'd be very, very useful. And
when you're running,
related, I remember I think I saw a Saw game actually. People would it was a game made for people to hook up heart stuff and where your heart rate would cap at a point and the person would pop out in the game because your heart's beating too fast.
Yeah, so think of us like as we were talking about a scary game where they're asking you to do certain things and your heartbeat starts beating faster and you could either pass or not pass or get killed or not or survive depending on your heart rate. And you also get into the whole sweaty hands thing as far as gripping stuff. The more your sweaty hands get, you could lose grip from rock climbing, stuff like that. Now, I wish they would implement what we saw at E3.
Oh, man. The heat.
The heat and the cold thing.
Oh.
So we were at E3. We got to test out this controller that when you jumped into the water, it made the controller ice cold. And then when you jump into like a hot, burner, into like a sauna,
Or a car
the
would
controller
explode.
would get hot. I think that would be amazing. Imagine playing Apex and you get close to the freaking the lava pits
You land
and
in the domes, the 3 domes.
the 3 domes.
The
Did
three
you know there
domes.
was 3 domes at the domes?
Did you know those 3 domes at the domes?
Nope.
Nice. Now you know there's 3 domes at the domes.
And then when you fall there, controller could get hot, or when you get to
you're talking
the-
Epicenter?
the epicenter, it gets cold.
That'd be so cool.
Things like that. I hope sometimes you think about it's stupid and dumb until you experience it and you're like, dude, this is cool. So they're trying out different things. Biometrics are one with the PlayStation 5 controller,
Yes.
and Gran Turismo. What's up with Gran Turismo 7?
Gran Turismo 7.
I can't wait.
I didn't even know there's a 7th.
Did
But
they skip 6?
No, we're not talking about GTA.
No.
We're talking about Gran Turismo, not Grand Theft Auto. I knew you were gonna get confused.
yeah,
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
I was watching the wrong videos then.
So
I thought you guys, typed it in wrong.
crap, I lost my train of thought. Because there was no news on Gran Turismo 7, people are trying to speculate that Gran Turismo 7 is actually going to be launching in probably the first I'll call it trimester of the year for the launch of PS5, because they've been noticing that there's been a drop of support in Gran Turismo Sport.
So they're kind of holding back the content.
They're either that and they're using their resources on hopefully creating a new game, and that's what people are saying. So that's just a little
Teaser.
a little thing, that they're talking about.
It's because if you look at most console launches, there's always a racing game.
Yeah.
Because racing games are easy way to kind of show off your tech, show off the power, show off all the bells and whistles.
Not just
and the
that, but add another
capabilities.
game to the launch library.
If
and
you see,
give it
Xbox is going to launch
some
with
more fans.
Halo, and they're also going to launch with the Forza. So I think PlayStation wants to counter their
Do the same
Forza
thing.
with their Gran Turismo series.
Yeah.
Look at this car in the background.
Yeah,
like
that's a
that's
sexy
like
car.
photorealistic.
That's in Gran Turismo, by the way.
Yeah.
If you guys couldn't tell. But yeah, I honestly think it'll be a good idea for them to launch
It's a
this
GT
as well.
in the GT.
But talking about launch games as well for the PS5, back in PAX East, Gearbox mentioned that we're going to be seeing a lot more of Godfall pretty soon. That's exactly how they said it. And I'm excited. I'm definitely excited because I do want to see more of this game. I want to see what it's about, how it's going to be, because right now this game is looking beautiful. Cuco, I don't know what you think, Quito.
I don't know. I never played this game.
Well, this is a new
come out
game.
yet.
It hasn't come out yet.
No, but
It
So
does
it's,
it look
it's, a,
like
it's
Destiny?
a new AP.
To me, that's my question.
I see it.
in
I
my
don't like
mind.
Destiny though.
It is a loot. It's a loot slasher is what they call it. Instead of it being a loot shooter, it's a loot slasher. So I'm excited for it. It's a new game. It's something different. And Gearbox, you're used to seeing your Borderlands stuff like that. They also announced Borderlands DLC coming. But I'm excited to see more of this game. Remember they had leaked some videos of it, and it was looking kind of stale, and everybody's like, "Oh man, it doesn't look so good." And no, those are alphas from like 2 years ago or a year ago. So that's kind of why Gearbox wants to show some new content of this game, so people can fall back in love with Godfall. You see what I did there? Godfall, fall in love.
I like that one. But no, yeah, I agree. We're all really just waiting to see what Gearbox has in store for us.
I'm just sad that a lot of people kind of backed out of PAX East and what we're going to talk about later.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Coronavirus, boys. It's real.
So going on to now specs that were confirmed from our amazing people at Gamestop. Which we're going to get
GameStop's
into.
leaking now?
Yeah, we're going to go into a big other topic about GameStop after this. But some quick rundown of stuff that's confirmed by them is full 8K TV support.
Good.
Amazing.
8K.
Great. Future proofing when 8K TVs, I think, become more affordable for people in the coming years. I definitely see that being something very important. A bespoke 8-core AMD chipset. Google, can you please break that down? That sounds like gibberish to me.
8 cores. They're also touting that it's going to be a 9.2 teraflop system. So in one hand you have 12 teraflops, and then PlayStation's got a 9 teraflop. Hefty, wimpy. To me, yes, that's you're talking about 30%
yes.
difference. We're not talking about 5%. If you remember when the Xbox One was released and the PlayStation was released, the PlayStation was one, just like one. And I don't want to say 1 teraflop, like half a teraflop stronger than the Xbox One.
That's why check that right now.
That's why
I don't believe it.
That's why the PlayStation was producing 1080p and the whole 720p. Here we're talking about 30% more. We're talking about 9 and 12. There's a huge difference. I know pricing is going to become a problem depending on what the price of the Xbox One is going to be, the Series X is going to be, and then the PlayStation 5. But to me, if I'm spending $500 or $400, I want to future-proof myself. I will go for the 12 teraflops. I would understand if it was 10 and 9 and it's close. You're like, oh, okay, but 12 is a lot more, and it's not like 12. We're talking about 12,000.
Yeah,
it's like a teraflop is a lot.
Teraflop is a lot.
So, Jimbo, what's up, homeboy? We'll
Yeah.
leave it up in the chat. What do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you guys think about
12
that difference?
teraflops, 9 teraflops? Let us know while we continue with the rest of the stuff.
And, well, that is stuff that's being speculated as well. So far, it hasn't been confirmed by them. Because there's so much data that's being put out by so many people. We've said so many different things.
Every week we got some new patent stuff. We're still waiting to see what's going on.
But yeah, okay, so continuing on with what GameStop has confirmed. 3D audio. No ray tracing audio, which again was something that was very good and came out of left field coming from Xbox.
Emmanuel says, I'm one of the weirdos with sweaty hands. We didn't call you guys weirdos. We're just saying.
We're just saying we don't have sweaty hands. Built for purpose SSD storage. We know that they're both going to be running SSDs as well.
But PlayStation is a little bit more well designed with the architecture to kind of maximize the amount of usage out of the SSD.
Backwards compatibility, as we've been known, that's going to be a big thing coming with PlayStation because people made a big deal. Why didn't the PS4 come with it? And then Xbox built upon that and they introduced their Game Pass and they had all their games go backwards compatible to the Xbox, like the first one, Xbox Uno. Is what I'm going to call that one. So, yeah, they're going to have that with PS4 games, PS3 games, PS2, PS1 games, and PSVR games as well. And also ray tracing capabilities. As we know, PS5 is going to be doing the same thing. Ray tracing, lighting-based, audio-based, like I said, was something that right now we don't have confirmed and like I said, I didn't think Xbox was going to do that, which is very interesting.
Yeah. So now let's talk a little bit about the mindshare. So Xbox has showed us the box, gave us specs. PlayStation, we have yet to see the box, and we have yet to see true specs. They've talked about different things.
And a controller.
And they've showed their controller. We haven't seen our controller. I mean, PlayStation. I'm not.
PlayStation.
Calm down. Calm down.
Fanboys.
We're non-biased here in the Gamebros studio.
But at the same time, when are we going to see these things? Ryan, the CEO of Sony, says that you guys are going to be amazed with the controller. You guys are also going to be amazed with all the different bells and whistles. Like you haven't seen yet all the new stuff we're bringing to PlayStation 5. When you guys see the new stuff, you guys are going to fall in love with all the new cool PlayStation 5 stuff. When is this going to happen? Now, do you think that they haven't released specs because they were waiting for Xbox to show their hand?
No.
And now say, hey, you guys got 12 teraflops? We got 12.5 teraflops.
I don't agree with that.
You don't think that they're doing that? They have their box set.
That
ready.
And it's too late in the game to do that. Too late. We're getting into March, man. That's it. It's March 1st. What am I talking about? It sucks, to be honest. I think we're going to get into that topic soon. The whole scare going on over there in the Eastern Hemisphere, and it's going to start affecting us as well soon.
They already said that it's going to affect PlayStation 5 production.
Yeah.
With the whole coronavirus.
Yeah, because it's all produced over there.
Xbox has not said anything about their production.
Because it's produced here.
You think everything is produced
Not all of
here?
it, of course, but PlayStation, all of it's produced over there. You know, and Xbox here is based here, and so far I don't think they've put out anything saying, "Oh crap, we're not gonna be able to ship this stuff over there."
Yeah.
But okay, continuing and to finish off with PlayStation 5, something that I'm glad and I think it's a great thing was a patent put out for a wireless charging attachment.
Remember they had one of those? We have one. I forgot. We have one like a pad and then it hooks on and then it says like how the phone starts on the pads.
Mm-hmm. So they want to do the same thing for PS5 controllers, and I think I was first not happy
At first
about
we were
this,
not happy
but
about
then I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, it's fine.
because
Instead
they're
of
trying
leaving it
to
on the floor, you can put it on the pad.
Lessen the price of a base PS5 controller.
Yeah, instead of putting an extra $25, we already don't know what the controller looks like, and with
what it has.
biometrics and microphones and screens.
Yeah,
and
so many patents of all these different ideas.
the controller
we don't even know what's going to be the
so
last
plus
thing
another
that's-
$20 to get it to wireless charge.
Wireless charge.
It's
yeah.
gonna be $120. So now they're giving you the option to do it if you want to do it.
What if
You
they come
can.
out with a cheap controller and then a really expensive one like Xbox
An Elite?
did? Yeah.
To be honest, I think PlayStation should have done that for a while.
I think they should have done it when Xbox did it like 5 years ago.
Yeah. No, I
Xbox
agree.
is already with the Elite 2. To me, by far, I have said it, the best controller. I've tried Scuffy. I've tried all these other manufacturers, all these other makers. You guys can attest to it. I've been through controllers left and right. The best controller is the Elite 2. Hands down. Trigger response, the trigger adjustments, the stick sizing adjustments, the back pedals, all that stuff.
Everything
they
it
knocked
comes
it
with
out.
is really great.
They knocked it
And
out
I
of the
remember
ballpark.
when we were using it at E3 as well for all the demos back in the
A
Xbox
nice little
Dome.
weight to it.
Yeah, it felt really, really good. Just, I grew up with PlayStation controllers in my hands where I cannot have that thumbstick on the top of the controller.
I grew up playing on a PS3.
It bothers me so much. But in my mind, when I held it, I'm like, okay, I'm an Xbox player. Let me think about this. It is a great controller, though. It is hands down one of the best controllers out there. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this wireless charging capability. I think it's a great idea. You just attach this to your controller, and then whenever you leave or whenever you turn off your PlayStation, just put it on the mat. Just put it on the table right there. And it's
like,
charging.
You ain't gotta
That's
plug
it.
it in no more. Don't worry.
Yeah, just lay it there on the table and it starts
I'll be
charging.
perfect.
You
for
guys
my
are thinking
family.
about the wrong thing. Well, unless
what am I talking
uh,
about?
okay, if it's a USB-C, the problem's alleviated. But dude, the micro USB, that's my
Oh,
problem.
it's USB-C.
breaking,
It's
and then, it
USB-C.
doesn't work, and you gotta tie it around. And you gotta do all these things.
You thought it
so
was
by
gonna be
wireless
micro?
charging, by doing the wireless charging, alleviates that problem as well.
Oh yeah, the wrapping because of the little thing.
But if it's
goes up
USB-C,
and
then that fixes that problem. But dude,
Did you
wireless
not think it
charging-
was gonna be USB-C?
I hope they do that. I haven't said anything. Do you know for sure?
Yes, I know for sure.
No, you don't. You just
Prodigy Damas is calling it.
Okay.
It's gonna be USB-C. All right, you guys heard it here first. Okay, now jumping back to something that we talked or mentioned earlier, our boys at GameStop,
they're changing.
they're changing their
I'm a man.
yeah, basically, they're changing their identity. Basically, that's exactly what they're doing. Here we're looking at photos. What are we looking at, Kuko?
So this is a GameStop in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look like a GameStop. It looks more like a freaking
Where are all the
internet
games
cafe.
at? Where's all the games in the shelves?
It
And
looks like one of those things they have in China.
It's an internet cafe, basically getting people together to play the games that they can purchase.
That looks
My
like
question is how are they gonna make money?
that looks like the thing in Paradise Palms and Fortnite.
yeah, that's exactly what I. That's exactly what I think they have to do. Make a gaming cafe here.
But how are they gonna make money
And try
from
to
it?
start that.
Selling cafe.
A lot. Dude,
play
look at
in-
the South Koreans.
Play and Trade tried this.
No, it's not the same though. I think they gotta make a hub for gamers to meet up, talk, play,
Okay.
share time, and have a place.
GameStop's
And
still
trade-
alive.
And trade their Pokemon cards.
And it's almost like that one place we went into PSN. Remember that place
Yeah.
in PSN?
Yeah.
to me, this is what I think GameStop should do. And because we don't have anything like that here in America, at least big enough, a chain like that. In South Korea, those things are everywhere. People meet up, they play their card games, they also play their video games.
Because they don't have internet in their home.
Of course they do. In South Korea, they do.
No, they don't. They got to go to these places.
In South Korea, they do.
Now, the only way this will work is if you have capable GameStop employees.
That
are
absolutely.
there, that know their stuff, that
they know
actually,
what they're doing.
that,
they know
that,
what the
that have
computers
people
like
skills.
work.
That when you come in, you treat people with love and respect.
Where to find me?
And you have to be able to sell games. You just can't. What are you gonna do? People are gonna pay like $5 to play for an hour.
Weekly tournaments, and stuff held like that.
You pay like $10 and the prize wins $100.
And to me, to have a hub for people to come together, I think you can attract people like that.
I got a new girl, and her name is PS Store.
But yeah, I definitely think that if they turn around everything,
and you think this will be able to beat the fact that people are playing games at their house already, playing it online, buying the games without having to leave their
if they do it correctly, yes.
Okay.
Because even though it's hard to get gamers, or at least the typical gamer, out of their house,
it's crazy. That's crazy.
I think that this hopefully is inviting. They just got to do it the right way, in my opinion. They got to do it the right way in order to invite people.
So
Okay. If they can, Oklahoma is the
terrible
not the
place
place to start it, but like I would like to see it in a big metropolitan place like California and like LA, San Francisco, New York, Miami. It's a very big city. To see what it's like and the pricing to see. I really need to see how they're gonna make money to be able to keep the lights on in the store. I guess they could keep selling their toys. You know.
Yeah, they can have half that and then half. But GameStops are not even that big to put that in.
Yeah,
GameStops
that's the other
small.
thing I was thinking about. A lot of GameStops are pretty small. They're not even that big.
Yeah, they're gonna have to buy like they might have like 100 and say, hey, we're gonna go down to 50, and then we'll go down to 30 and then make them bigger.
There you go. That's exactly what I thought in my mind. I think they got to take out a lot of the rural GameStops.
No wonder they've been closing out the GameStop.
Yeah, I think the GameStops in the middle of nowhere should be taken out.
Most gamers are antisocial.
That is the truth, though. I mean, I won't say most. I say a good amount are. And when it comes to person-in-person contact, it's definitely a different thing.
Coronavirus, throw that in there, and that's it. Recipe for disaster.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what do you guys like this idea of GameStop doing this? Do you guys think it's a good idea? Would you guys go to GameStop? Leave that down in the comments and let us know.
To be honest with you, look at how all these cons are so successful. We like being around people that like what we like-minded. Yeah. That way, we're not the nerds or the geeks or the whatever, because they believe in what we believe. So like I said, if they can find someone that knows how to run a store, make it worthwhile, like you said, do tournaments, do different things, it could work out. But there's a lot of ifs and buts and pots and pans.
And there's a lot, of course, and there's a lot of different things they have to do beforehand before they even get to that. Yeah. Just like we just mentioned, man, store size is a big thing. But like I said, I think they could knock out a bunch of the GameStops in the middle of nowhere.
They're gonna go
get all that money from that property and start expanding on the big ones that are here in Miami, the ones that are in LA, the ones that are in the big cities are the most important ones.
What if they collab? Like go to Best Buy and say, "Hey, Best Buy, can we get this little piece of space?"
Oh, like JCPenney and Sephora.
Yeah.
Perfect example. That was so random.
How would you know something like that, Keith?
Because mom always takes me to go shopping with her, and I always finesse after.
Okay.
She takes me to GameStop, but she takes me to Foot Lockers.
Yeah, okay. I like that. But see, something like that. What if they kind of collab like that and like say, Best Buy, give me your video game department. Let's put some of your computers and put them here so we can sell them. And then we can sell the games and we all work together.
Yeah, it's like they can be an Apple section and then a Microsoft section.
And then
they can contrast.
All right, enough ideas. Don't steal our ideas.
Yeah.
We're trying to make money ourselves. So
yeah, moving, huh?
What is it called?
Patents.
About a patent.
Yeah. So
word of the day, patent.
That is word of the day. So
Yeah,
for
you like
more
7
free trying stuff and free playing and free
This came out
doing
of
stuff,
left field.
This came out of huge.
I want to know
field.
what the fans think about this because we brought it up to my brother DJ Fuego, and he's like, "It is stupid. It's like the worst."
He never
idea
explained
ever.
it though. I told DJ Fuego. I asked him in the chat why. He never explained it.
You put the video
wait,
up.
wait, wait.
You put the video up. People are like,
yeah,
what?
yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. Let's say what it is. Rainbow Six is considering to go free to play, to become a free to play game.
No, I think they should just bring down the price to $30.
Isn't it already $30?
No, it's 60 still.
But that's because they give you all the operators now. They changed the
But
package.
to what though? They give you all the operators to what season?
Year 1, I believe.
That's it. But exactly, we're like in year 5, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
think we should get all the operators.
And then it should be like $25.
All the operators
Up
from
to-
the up to the newest year.
Yeah, like let's say
The newest year they stop. They stop now at year 5.
Yeah, let's say I buy one right now. I buy the Rainbow Six. I should get Rainbow Six.
Okay, but is
and
it
all
fair
the
to the people
operators
that
to
bought it
4.
back then at 60?
Dog, it is not. But dude, you
But they have way
bought
more
in from the beginning and
experience,
and you supported it. So what? You
I-
can't just
okay.
think of it like that. It can't be like, oh, it's fair. Is it fair that I bought a PlayStation for $600 and now everybody's buying it for $200?
Oh no.
Same thing, dude. Like I paid to be there at the beginning. You know, they can give us kickbacks by like giving us alpha packs or charms or whatever. I really don't care. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I free to play, that's their choice. I think it'll be a great idea for us as gamers that you get to play Rainbow Six Siege, one of our favorite games for free, and then you just get skins.
Mm-hmm.
When's the Gamebros tournament?
Whenever.
That's not a bad idea. I digress. So Rainbow Six Siege,
Okay, why do you think this is a good idea or not?
I think it's a good idea for the players because they
Mhm.
can jump into the game. They can start, unlocking operators, buying
Mhm.
whatever operator
Okay.
they want. For them, is that a good business move? Not really, because they're people are still buying the game. Like Gamebros. Rainbow Six grows every year
Yeah.
as it goes on. So why leave me as a businessman? I never leave money on the table. Give me all the money. I want it all.
I think they're gonna make it up another way though.
I think if they're gonna go free to play, it's because hey, this one we're kind of like
We're making
putting the
another
boat,
one already.
and exactly it's gonna
You-
set sail,
And
and
so
then we're
people can buy
starting
the next one.
Rainbow Six Siege 2.
Quarantine.
Oh, it can't be quarantine.
There's not gonna be a second one. We already said it. We've already confirmed there's not gonna be a second one. Quarantine is gonna be what's gonna make the money next time. They're going free to play now. They're establishing battle passes. They tried it already. They're gonna establish battle passes going into the future.
That's how they're gonna.
And
make
that's
it.
how they're gonna
Or a
make the
battle
money.
pass.
Battle
People are
pass
gonna have to
and
pay for
year
the battle
pass.
pass.
Boom. Both of those things are gonna make their money. That's it.
Is that how
I'm-
Fortnite
I'm
makes their
I'm
money from
confirming
Battle
it.
Pass
Yeah.
and a year pass?
No, they don't
No,
have a year
Fortnite
pass.
doesn't have a year
It
pass.
makes
They
your
just
money
make
from
battle pass and
pass.
skins and emotes.
And then people buy battle passes, and then what happens is they start wanting tiers faster.
And they buy the tiers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
That's
they buy
it. That's
skins,
that's
too.
their money making move right there. I'm telling you.
But dude, like I don't see Quarantine and Rainbow Six Siege being the same product.
Absolutely
to me,
not.
Quarantine is
It's
more
a separate
like
game.
more
but it's
like
still-
Left 4 Dead.
It's
style.
still boom. Rainbow Six. Holy crap! Rainbow Six. No way. Quarantine. I don't care if it says Rainbow Six. I'ma get it. That's a big follow. You have the name Rainbow Six on it. That's a big follow, and even it going free, I
But
don't
what
think they're
is
gonna
it-
lose
so,
that much.
So we've talked about Rainbow Six growing exponentially.
Yes.
Why does it grow? Because of the name or because of the play style? I think it's because people like the strategic play style. It
The
being
name as
realistic.
well.
No, it's also because people.
It's
want
also the
their
best
friends
name.
to hop on. it, so
Absolutely, it's the name.
Their friends hop on.
Everybody's playing Rainbow Six.
My-
Yo,
all of-
my dogs are playing Rainbow Six.
Yeah, like
we
all
gotta
my
get on.
friends have Rainbow Six Siege, but like
Yeah.
half of my friends have it and don't play it too.
It's almost like Call of Duty. At least the diehard Call of Duty guys that have played, all of my friends have been playing since Black Ops 1 They see Call of Duty and I'm getting it just because it says Call
Just
of
because
Duty.
it's Call of Duty.
So we're all gonna play together.
Especially if it's Call of Duty Black.
Like that's it.
Yeah.
Black
That's
Ops.
it. It's a lot upon its name now, at least. At launch, year 1, year 2, absolutely. The game.
Record brings up a good point. How did Overwatch 2 do it?
Overwatch.
Did they sell a whole new game for $60?
No, Overwatch 2 is a completely terrible idea, and I don't think Rainbow Six should ever do that. Terrible idea. It's basically the same exact game. They're adding a bit of story mode pieces and elements to it, and they're only adding one new hero.
Oh, so Overwatch 2 hasn't come out then?
No.
Okay.
It hasn't come out yet.
All right.
But Overwatch 2 is a terrible idea for making a sequel. Why I think Rainbow Six and why they're continuing it. That's why they don't want to make a second game.
Are we going to start a Rainbow Six tournament in the chat room? Like, this is a great idea. Like, can we do like a tournament where we could do 2v2?
What do you mean a tournament would never happen? Because what do you mean? We had a 5v5 tournament the other day. And it was in the same day we planned it. I think that can happen.
We can do one today.
We should make. I know this is off the show topic, but we should do a tournament and we should have a winner and have like a gift card. We can give like a gift card to maybe a team of 3. We can give them all like $25 a piece.
Wait, team of
or
3.
30.
This isn't Apex.
Yeah, but he's talking about a squad.
A squad is 5.
Yeah, but that way we could all be in the same room and just play 3v3. And how would you control the tournament and stream it?
I'm a spectator. I won't participate in the tournament. I'm a producer. I won't participate in a tournament with.
I like this. I like how this is going.
Okay.
We got several teams too. We got our boy Free Felicia's team. We got Jimbo, the Pro Leaguers team. We got a bunch of good teams.
Yes. No, yeah. We'll talk about that honestly.
And then we can top it off with a 1v1 Diaz Nick.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Instagram Live.
Yes, Days versus Nick. This is a very good match. I want to see that one.
And we're gonna bet.
Okay, so yes, continuing like I was saying, I think them making this a live service, like I think a lot of games wanted to make EA but failed at because they didn't do it correctly. I think Rainbow Six is going on a good path, and I don't see the free to play being a problem. I just feel like the microtransactions.
I thought it was good for us.
For us, bad for them.
For business.
I think it's both. I think it's gonna be good for both, and
maybe they're starting to see the decay. March Madness, Gamebros, March
that's
Madness.
the funny part is that they hit another cap the other day.
Dang.
They actually hit another milestone. They passed. It's pretty crazy. But again, very interesting to see that Ubisoft came out of that.
So a lot of these ideas usually happen at a place called GDC.
Mm-hmm.
The Gamer Developer Conference. That's where all the developers get together to share their ideas. But guess what? This year it's not going to happen. Nope.
Crap. Before we keep going, Void Edge coming out this week. Just so you guys know. That's why we were playing Void Edge content in the back. So yeah, Void Edge coming this week. Tune in for our stream when we do play at launch day. So you guys can watch. Okay, going back to GDC. As you were saying.
I have a caller.
We do. I can't see the thingy. And I don't think our caller audio's on.
I'll put it up.
I can't see the thing.
Bottom right. Oh, you cannot.
I hung up?
Yeah.
Crap.
Then we'll call again.
Call again, caller. Just because I could not see your calling button thing. And I was not able to accept it. But yeah. So yeah. GDC got canceled. Very surprising, but not really because of the
coronavirus, boy.
Absolutely, right there. That
Taking
is the reason.
names.
Several companies stepped out of GDC because of that. And
Sony, EA,
and because of that, they're just like, oh,
too many kept dropping out,
and that's not good for business. So they had to just quit. Call it a quits for now. I don't know what you guys think. Quito, what do you think about this virus, man?
I don't know. I just hope I don't get it. No one in my family gets it.
Because somebody's out there cheering. I want that corona.
If I see anybody on the street saying that, I'm running away from them.
I just
well, maybe they want the beer, not the virus.
Super not funny because it is sad, but interesting story I was reading the other day. Kim Jong-un just taking all precautions against this virus. The first person that caught it and was known to be caught with it he just shot him dead.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
He just shot him
And
dead.
buried him like
No.
I thought it was like 200
Took him
feet
away
down.
and burned him, and then buried his ashes. Like,
That's taking it
So that's
really serious.
dictatorship at its finest, but that was I think that was a little crazy. But yeah, so
So a nice way to prevent the coronavirus from being spread.
Alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Oh
on your
no,
hand.
I didn't put it up. Was the fact that Walmart was gonna start shipping stuff to your house, so you didn't have to leave your house. Walmart will start doing what Amazon does.
Oh wait,
that's
what's
Stadia.
this? Oh, I told you to get the GIF. Oh wait, sorry guys. GIF put out an official statement saying, "Please don't call it GIF. It's called GIF."
Listen, shut up for a second.
Oof, that was pretty good.
Good press there. But so Walmart is actually gonna start
Yes.
doing shipping like Amazon. You can order your food products from Walmart and they'll deliver it to your house. Wally, that's all I got to say. Wally's gonna happen soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
not unless the virus the virus draws us out of Earth.
And then
What
we
happened in
become
Wally?
fat.
Everybody was fat and obese because no one did anything. They just sat down and ordered
Yeah.
the stuff. The stuff comes in. You don't have to worry about nothing. Wally, bro.
And that's because Walmart's afraid of Amazon taking over their.
What do you mean?
ordering
Amazon
stuff.
already took over.
No. Like the
Richest.
ordering groceries.
Oh,
Because
the
right now,
groceries.
Walmart, what's keeping it alive the most to
With
me
the
is
groceries.
food.
Yeah.
You know, people still got to go somewhere to go buy food. But man, dude, my mom ordered a bunch of food the other day
From Amazon?
From Amazon because it was free 2-hour shipping.
Like regular fresh fruit.
Yes,
food?
it was ice cream, like fresh salmon, and
Get outta
and like some nice cabbages and stuff. And I'm like, what the
I
heck,
would be-
mom? This is a bunch of packages and bags and crap.
I wouldn't be ordering
And then
from
she's
Amazon.
like, yeah, I ordered it on Amazon. I'm like, what?
That's
Holy
crazy.
crap! And
That's
they
like
wrap it in a
China.
foil so the ice cream doesn't melt. The
Yeah.
salmon doesn't go bad if you leave it outside and you're not home yet. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's getting to that point where it's just gonna be delivered all their crap.
Wally.
Yeah. So yeah, going from that to
Hey,
Amazon
you know
what?
what? We have the Google Stadia. Why isn't there any games?
what? There's no games.
There's hardly any games for Stadia. Why?
Can
Like we
you-
talk about the games that
Can
come
you let
out.
me know why? It's
You
kind of
know,
weird.
We every week we show games that come out this week, and we talk about this or that,
And we never mention Stadia.
mention Stadia. Why is that?
No, I'm asking you why.
Apparently, they are not paying developers enough money. You know, they're not giving back enough money from the games that developers don't want to waste their time making games for Google Stadia. That is bad
Google and not
for
enough money.
business.
Google and not enough money. That is very bad for business.
Why they don't have
actually.
enough money? Google does not have
I don't
enough
know.
money.
What do the developers want? Do they want like a couple 100,000 more?
No, well, basically, okay. So like Apple, if I make an app for Apple, I get 70%, and Google and Apple gets 30%.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the cut is for Google Stadia. I don't know if I'm going to create a game and the game's going to cost $1. Am I getting 50% back?
absolutely.
And,
Yeah, I
and
get
they're
you.
getting 40%?
Yeah.
Like, what's the cut? And
There's not enough being sold, and
and it's
that's what a lot
PlayStation-
of their worries were. That's where their most of the worries has that there's not enough users to buy the games on that platform. So just
So
like you
just
said,
wait.
what is the reason to go and make a game for them? As well as Google Stadia wanted to implement exclusives and that whole thing. It's hard, and I don't think developers are ready to jump into that because they don't have people buying the games.
Yeah,
How
like-
many of your friends have ever mentioned, or anybody that you know has ever mentioned that they play on Stadia?
Dude, I can't wait
No
to get
one
home and
has
get a
Stadia.
Stadia.
Nobody even knows what that is if you tell them that,
Only us that are
Only
in
us
the
that
inner
are in the-
circle
yeah.
and the Gamebros
and
group.
we know what it is.
But it's true. Like, let's say we have a
dead.
company, the Gamebros Gaming Company,
Mhm.
and we want to make a game. We're gonna make it for the system that has the most install base.
Yeah.
But if Google says, "Hey, we want you to make the game," I'm like, okay, how much you're gonna? Oh, we're gonna pay you $1 million. But dude, I can make $5 million if I make it for PlayStation.
Mhm.
They have to be able to cover that.
That
But it's
a
Google
huge
too,
margin.
though.
Yeah.
But Google has a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's why we're
they want to
What is
play with the
stopping
big
them, though?
boys. You gotta play ball with the big
yeah,
boys.
and right now they have Cyberpunk and oh my gosh, what was the other big game they have coming
Doom?
up? Doom Eternal. Yeah, Doom Eternal and Cyberpunk are confirmed for that, and probably they said 120 plus games. But right now, they only have 26 games on the Stadia.
That's a little bit.
That is...
It is free to play right now.
I can find
It is free.
27
You can
free
use Google Stadia for free. But I just, it's kind of hard for you to start pulling some of the user base to your side of the fence when you don't have anything to offer.
Absolutely. Acquiring news. What did you put in here? No, wait, what is that?
Facebook
That's
acquires.
That's Sonic, though.
No,
That's
but
okay.
that's the same company that makes it.
Oh,
So
really?
they actually made the last
Asgard's Wrath.
Asgard's Wrath, but they made the last Cy Cooper game for the PlayStation. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that, actually.
But
the one that was the PS4 one?
Time the
Oh, the chamber, the times of chamber, whatever it's called. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So this company, they made a bunch of good games. They're really, really high in the VR market. They made Sports Champions, one of my favorite VR games. So Facebook acquired them.
Sports Champions. Which one was that one?
It's the one where you can play football, hockey, basketball.
Oh,
It's for the Oculus. It's fun as heck.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I see this being... Facebook had to acquire this one.
They're big in the VR.
Yeah.
They own Oculus, so they're expanding their
library.
their family
themselves.
of
They're
gaming.
becoming like Disney.
And Facebook is being smart with who they're acquiring, man. Because they do, even just before this, probably a couple months ago, they acquired Beat Games, Beat Studios, which was the people that made Beat Saber.
What?
And that's a big studio, especially because of their following. And Oculus being behind all that, Oculus is going to be a big pusher for good big VR games. So Facebook is just playing it smart. They really are. And then they're probably going to use that to push their... What's that VR world they wanted to make?
Oh, the Facebook world or whatever.
Worlds.
Basically, Ready Player One world.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was pretty cool. That's good to see on
That's
their
a big
part.
undertaking.
Yes.
So they need a lot of developing power behind that. Then maybe one branch will work on some of that, another one, because if they're gonna make a whole virtual world where everybody's gonna just slap on their VR goggles and live in it, it's gonna take a lot of
that,
work.
and they're gonna need developers like these to give them good ways of making a world that's intriguing for people to go and visit and do
Yeah,
stuff.
maybe one will say, "Hey, look, we'll create the world, but when you go to the sports arena, they will work on the sports
Some
side,
little
because they
games
already-
you can play with your friends and stuff like that on there. So yeah, absolutely. Going into worlds and I guess many different worlds and places you can hang out and have fun.
Universe.
Epic Universe.
So Universal Studios in Orlando, they're gonna open up an Epic Universe, and what's gonna be in this Epic Universe? You say?
5 lands, but right now there are 3 confirmed.
Ooh, How to Train a Dragon.
So How to Train Your Dragon land.
That's my favorite on the list.
I could see you just flying on a dragon roller coaster.
Oh, but I hope they don't do the ones where you're like on a dragon and you're just going in circles. You know, like The Simpsons, right?
The little kids one? No,
Yeah,
I
bro.
want a full blown dueling dragon style
like,
roller coaster.
like Dumbo or something,
Yes,
where it's
that
flying in a
one.
circle. They have one
Bro,
of
they
those.
better
It's
not,
gonna be
bro.
one of those.
No.
No. I'm telling you.
Maybe they have like the one where you're
Wait.
getting the sheep and the little
Oh,
baby
that would be
dragons,
good.
and then that'd be the little kiddie ride. But I need a dueling dragon style roller coaster. I'm
Yes,
talking about
bro.
like knock your socks off.
And
Yeah,
then they also
speed.
have Nintendo World.
Nintendo World. Oh, dude, there's so much stuff you could do there. You can have the Mario Kart stuff.
Mario Kart.
You can have
like bumping cars, but like with Mario when you're just driving. You know how in the other Universals in California, how they have the cars that race?
Mm-hmm.
They could have that as in Nintendo, but with Mario and Luigi maybe.
and now with the tech we have, you can have a screen like an iPad, and you can use power ups and shoot, turtles or whatever to another car, and it's like an EMP blast to the motor
Or
of
you can
the
even
car
play
and
in
shut it
VR,
down.
like in
Or you
Legoland.
can turn the turbine, you can turn the wheels one way or another and kind of make them go out of place. There's so many different ideas that you can do. I'm excited to see what this Epic Universal has in store.
I have a list of all that
And then they
stuff.
also have
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
How to Train Your Dragon is gonna have one of those. The little
the
circle.
little circle thing.
Yeah,
whatever.
where you can have your little dragon for little kids. They're gonna have. It's gonna be basically the mountain area of the village. It's gonna have the big mountain, It's gonna have a roller coaster.
You're gonna have all that Viking food.
Yeah. It's going to go through half of Epic Universe, their dragon coaster. And it's going to go inside the mountains. You know how there was the den of dragons? Mm-hmm. It's going to go inside and have their own den and indoor section and fly outside and stuff like that. So it's going to have a roller coaster like that.
I like where this is going.
And they're going to have a water ride where you're battling with ships with somebody on the other side.
That'll be fire, like Legoland.
That's exactly where they got their inspiration from. They said they're going to do it like that. So it's going to be the two ships of the Vikings, and you're going to be shooting cannons and fighting each other on shore and stuff like that while you're riding. So that's going to be a water ride for them. For Nintendo, they're going to get stuff from over there in Japan, some of their Tokyo theme parks, but they're going to have the Mario Kart ride. They're going to have Mushroom World as like a place. And for and for the kids, they're going to have like a Yoshi Land section with more baby
cookies, Kirby.
Right.
There's so many things that you could do with them. You could do a lot of Donkey Kong country stuff. Yeah. Have the whole jungle.
And then the other section was classic monsters, was because since this is Universal and they have the movies and stuff like that, the old monsters like Frankenstein, the Mummy, Invisible Man, the Swamp.
But they have to upgrade it because
there has to be a small section.
Yeah, they're going to do that. But again, there's two more big sections that they haven't confirmed yet.
Jurassic World. Remember?
Well,
it's not confirmed, but
no, Jurassic World is Jurassic Park remade. They did it. They remade it.
Still, it's Jurassic World.
But I saw that they were going to do the spheres where you used to ride in the spheres.
Jurassic Park section is getting rebuilt into Jurassic World now.
And if it was up to them, they'll do a lot of more Harry Potter crap.
Yeah, for real.
They love their Harry Potter
for
stuff.
some reason, love that. But yeah, so for those who are they're planning to finish building this entire thing in 2023.
Pokemon.
So we got
what? That's an awesome idea. Imagine having little kids walk around and capturing Pokemon.
They can use Pokemon Go, bro.
Okay, but
they implement Pokemon Go spots and special things at the park.
I think that's a great idea because Nintendo, Pokemon.
I'm gonna cast a bunch of lures.
All I'm saying with this, even though they got 3 years ahead of them, is please don't fail at opening like Galaxy's Edge did. The hype that Galaxy Edge brought us, and then the opening,
or like the Avatar thing where you were waiting 3 hours for like a 5-minute ride.
I remember that. I remember I waited 4 hours for that. And that was this last year.
And that's that you even did a whole virtual line thing and everything.
Yes. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, so that's what we have for. That was some cool news that came out of
stuff from
Universal.
So for Emmanuel, I know he's excited for this new Apex event coming up. Apex Collection event.
It's called. Oh crap! What's it called? System Override. There we go. Thanks, video. Yeah, System Override is the name of this event, and basically, Deja Loop is what they're calling this mode that they're going to implement. And basically, the circle is the same circle the entire day you're playing Apex in that mode. So the circle is going to close on Skyhook. It's going to close on Skyhook the entire day until tomorrow. You get me? So it's always the same thing. So permanent loot locations means if you find a gold armor in that one thing, it's going to be there the next game. It's going to be there the game after that.
So everybody's going to be shooting for that one spot where all the gold.
So if we find a gold armor one game, boys, you know where we're landing. You know where we're landing. And then they're going to introduce Evo shields.
I like in that one clip, I like the fact that you pointed out that you can use your zipline on a drone. I
grapple
never knew
crypto drone. I've been known that. The thing is, I don't have a gun of crypto. Oh wait, sorry, Google, you're here.
Oh crap, Lord,
my fault. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Google.
Crypto sucks.
But yeah, crypto does not suck. Crypto's really good in the right hands. Sorry, Google.
Definitely not.
I'm kidding. But yeah, so going and then Evo shields. Evo shields, I think, is a great thing. They're putting it in the mode so they can test it out to see if they can make it an actual item if people like it. But I think it's a pretty cool idea. Kuko, I don't know what you think about the shields.
I think it's an awesome idea. I'm glad they're bringing this to the game. I think it kind of messes around with the meta a little bit and makes the game more interesting. Now that we're seeing this, it brings me up to mind. One of our PR, Nikki, our PR department, brought up a great idea of making the Gamebros top 5 plays of the week. So starting next week, we are going to have that segment, the Gamebros top 5 plays of the week. So we need you guys to submit your videos next week I already have the number 1 slot slotted by our boy DJ Fuego. He has this amazing clip. I can't wait till you guys.
But we
see
challenge you.
then you guys could topple it. But
kudos to you guys.
dude, you guys gotta have a really sick video to make that happen. I know. So basically, all we need for you guys to do is upload your video to your YouTube. Send us the link. We'll get the video. We'll chop it up. Prodigy will do his magic, compile it, and then next week we will start with the Gamebros top 5 plays.
And it could be from.
I know. Look, Emmanuel says he's got tons of videos. Find your top 10 and send us those top 10, and then we can start using those.
Any game, I mean.
We'll give you guys credit in the show, and we'll let everybody know how good you guys are.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this new Apex event. They've always done a good job. They do such a good job that I'm always spending like $20 on their skins.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay. The best thing. I wish they would have done this with the freaking Pathfinder heirloom. Is they're going to allow you to buy the heirlooms without money. You know the special thing? Because Octane is getting his. Octane is going to have a special thing.
Yeah. His Switchblade.
Yeah.
Oh,
For every 300 Apex... 500? 300. 300 or 500 Apex packs you open, you'll have enough heirloom shards to make one. To construct the heirloom.
So should I start saving my shards?
No. It's a separate system.
Oh, gosh.
But it's retroactive.
Okay.
So let's say you and I have already opened about... I don't know how many I've opened. But let's say we have opened 500. When this event comes out and they update the game, we're going to have enough shards to construct an heirloom.
Oh, okay.
Right now, I didn't read in the article. They didn't say if you can buy the ones for like Bloodhound that came out in season 1, Pathfinder that came out recently, Lifeline. So
I got Pathfinders and Lifelines.
I hope they make you buy Pathfinder.
Bloodhounds, and
I'll buy Pathfinder.
Did what's this chick that teleportates?
Oh, Wraith. But
Okay,
Wraith
right.
is one that came out in the Apex packs.
Oh, okay.
Like that one, you have to get the super rare Apex pack that's like red, and you gotta get it. So yeah, I like that super good because it allows me to work for my stuff rather than buy all the skins to unlock the stupid heirloom. Because that's what Google did in front of my face. He freaking shoved. He's like, "Hey, I got the Pathfinder stuff. You didn't get anything, loser."
Yep, that's what you get for talking crap
But
about.
yeah. But yeah, so that is the Apex event that's gonna come out and start this Tuesday, and through 2 weeks. Week 1 is gonna be playing on the
Tuesday's
the
a
new map.
busy day. We got the new event coming in for Apex, and we got the new operators coming in for Rainbow Six, and we got a bunch of other games that are coming out.
Quickly jumping to reviews. Wait, where's Dreams? You don't even have it here. Is it here? Where is it?
Well,
No.
Okay, just quick mention. Dreams.
They're getting job offers.
Who's getting job offers?
People making the games, you know
Yeah, we feel you.
Explain. Elaborate.
Expound on this idea.
People that are like making video games and they're implementing them into Dreams, and people are playing them, and then like Ubisoft might like them, and then they might want to grab that one person and use them to make a game for them.
Absolutely.
So
That is perfect
basically, I don't know
explanation.
if you guys have ever seen a movie called The Last Starfighter. So basically in the movie The Last Starfighter, there's an arcade cabinet. The guy goes and plays the arcade cabinet, and he beats the game. He collects the highest score. A ship flies down and recruits him and says, "Hey, you're so good at the game that you got to be a good starfighter," and takes him to another planet, and they start fighting. Basically, Dreams is that. It's a platform they're finding to recruit. It's video game LinkedIn, I guess. I don't know what you want to explain it, but they're recruiting and they're finding video game developers from it, and I think that's amazing. Not just that, they're finding people that can make music and produce art.
SoundCloud rappers.
I don't know about SoundCloud rappers, but they're finding artists in Dreams to do other things, and I think that's brilliant.
Yes. And it brings it back Little Big Planet days, where Media Molecule acquired some of the top people making stuff in Little Big Planet, where they would acquire them and help them in interview them and hire them into Media Molecule themselves. So I think it's very cool to see that. It's very cool that Media Molecule is able to build a system like that for them, a platform like that for them to do something like that. And it's cool that other developers are looking out for that type of stuff and being like, oh, you're really good. Let's have an interview. Let's have a talk and see if you want to get a job doing this stuff. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is all the news for this week.
Now jumping into
So now we're gonna
jump into games of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about developers, we talked about making games, we talked about all the news, but these are the games that are coming out this week. What can these people spend their hard-earned cash on, Mr. Prodigy?
Before they spend any hard-earned cash, we're gonna talk about what they've already spent their money on, which is Games with Gold and PS Plus. So Games with Gold out this month is gonna be Batman: Enemy Within.
That's part 2 of the Batman Telltale series.
This is going to be out from the 1st of this month to the 31st. So the entire month you're able to get this on Xbox One. Also on Xbox One, we got Shantae coming out. Shantae Half Genie.
It's a platformer. To me, when I heard Shantae, I thought it was some girl that came out of Carol City or whatever. She's like,
Shantae.
Yeah, so that'll be available from the 16th of this month to the 15th of April. Going to backwards compatible games from the Xbox 360, we have Castlevania Lords of Shadow
2
from the 1st of so today to the 15th. And we have Sonic Generations from the 16th to the 31st.
Kind of jumping on the whole Sonic bandwagon from the movie. So
yeah, and thoughts on the movie real quick, if you guys want to give it.
I thought it was 7 out of 10.
It was a good movie to watch for fun.
Mm-hmm. I think it was a girl you'll take out on a date once or twice, but then just become friends after that.
Yeah, become best friends and then she can help you pull the next girl.
Okay, I guess.
Okay. I guess, yeah, help out the next girl because they released a character at the end of the movies for the next movie.
For the next movie, maybe that girl's a keeper.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, going on to PS Plus, we have Shadow of Colossus, the remade version, of course, and Sonic Forces. So it looks like we got a lot of Sonic up in this month.
Yeah, I guess both companies saw that the Sonic movie was making money and was
I got the movie of the week or like.
Yeah, the block.
I mean, it did. It beat Birds of Prey. Very crazy.
Like every movie does that. If you ask me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, even though Sonic Forces is a terrible game, but let's not get into that. So we're going into the games that you can spend your hard-earned cash that you earned this week. We're gonna go to Dogfighter World War II coming out on the 3rd.
So when you say Dogfighter, we're talking about planes that fight in the sky, right?
Yes.
I thought we were talking about dogs. I like.
Both. Why not both?
So we're talking about physical dogs that are flying planes.
And dog fighting in the air.
Dude.
What do you think dog fighting was?
I just stated what I thought dog fighting was.
So
but yeah, so this all takes place in World War II, right?
Yes.
So we're looking at
there's like
World
a
War II
scenario-based stuff going on in the game. So a little kind of like a story stuff where it's recreated history battles, but with dogs as pilots.
Yeah.
And like little branches and little fake stories and stuff like that. As well as a battle royale mode.
In planes.
In planes.
So your planes are fighting in the sky doing their own battle royale up in the sky. How does the looting in the sky work?
I don't know if there is looting. Unless you loot ammo. That's really all you'll do.
You have to loot ammo and then you loot the grenades. And then you can get an RPG.
Loot shield and armor for
the ship. You could get like a better chassis so it holds up better.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
But yeah, so the ring closes just like you know
any battle
royale. So that way the planes aren't just flying around on the edge of the map.
That must be so difficult to shrink a circle around planes. They're just like going in loops in one spot.
I know, right?
Yo, imagine like when it's like the little circle, like a teeny.
Just flying up and down, just straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be out on PS4 only on the 18th. I mean, for $18.
Tuesday.
At least that's what it's being said.
All these games.
Also on the 3rd, we have Amiibo Battle coming to consoles. Has already been out
like
on
the
PC.
cells?
Yes. I remember the beginning of the trailer was like, how can one amoeba kill like 1 billion cells or something like that? And it's like you have to feed it, you have to grow it, you have to make an army.
Yeah,
Is the scientist watching this and playing this game to see how they can cure the coronavirus?
I guess talking about coronavirus and curing and games. I don't know if you guys ever played this game on the phone called Plague Incorporated, where you make your own virus and title it whatever you want and see how it spreads, starting from whatever country you want.
And don't tell me somebody from China invented the coronavirus.
They banned Plague Inc. in China.
Stop giving these people ideas.
They banned it in China.
That's crazy.
I know a bunch of people went in there and put coronavirus and started the plague in China, and they're like, dang, how's this going to work? Am I going to get infected soon? I'm pretty sure people were messing around with that. So, yeah, that was pretty interesting. I forget. That was a kind of funny news that came out this week as well. All right, going on to another game coming out this Tuesday on PS4. We have Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which is from the Blaze Blue series, as we all know and a lot of people love. This is coming out the 3rd, and it's going to be coming out for $16. So I'm going to wait till it shows a little bit, because right now it's been showing letters, so you guys have an idea of what in the world you guys are jumping into.
It's a story-based fighting game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fighting game with some story to it. The fighting actually looks like basically like watching an anime cartoon.
Yeah.
So
It's very,
it looks cool.
it's definitely, if you guys ever played
Blue.
Blaze Blue, you guys would definitely be familiar with the fighting style. It is,
Action, fast-paced.
yes, and I love the art style.
And then
Going from that to something a bit more interesting.
Not really.
Oh, no, wait, wrong game. I was jumping that game.
No, show the game. Show the game.
Okay, I won't say
It is called what?
Whole Frame.
bro, if you can't pronounce the game, it's not for you.
I guess it's Whole Frame.
But at the same time, this game looks like a PS3 game.
PS3. That's
Just
like
coming out of
PS3 again.
PS2 game.
Like a backwards compatible PS2.
Yeah, like it's like this is the remastered version. It looks terrible, and I'm sorry. We're showing it.
We love
I'm just telling you how it is.
little
man.
game
Save your
developers.
money,
But
dude. Go back to the drawing board.
yeah, go back to the drawing board. It's a hero PvP 6v6
Haters gonna hate,
6v6. But yeah, we're gonna remain neutral on this.
Is haters because they ain't it. Haters gonna hate. And ain'ters gonna ain't.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this is coming out on the 3rd, and it's for $10. Moving on, we're going to the 4th of this week, and it's called Syrup and the Ultimate Sweet, which is going to be out on...
What?
What? What is that? Google, can you explain to me what you put on
Is
the
that
show?
is that a Vita?
No, it can't be.
It looks like a Vita.
No way.
So they're still making games for the Vita.
Yeah.
How much is this game?
Free. Oh,
What?
wait. My bad. I wasn't supposed to say that price. It's free in the app stores. It's free in the app stores. On the Apple Store, it's $3.
So this game came out for Apple.
And Android. Except Android has a free version, which I don't know why. And then on the Switch, it was $5.
Let me guess. For PlayStation, it's $10.
And then for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, it was $10.
What?
So yeah.
Yeah, booze.
So yeah.
I'm gonna platinum this game on the Vita.
Yeah.
Yeah, good toilet game.
I'll platinum this game on my phone.
I'm always looking for toilet games.
I'll platinum this game on
You
my
don't
phone.
have toilet games?
Yeah, Clash Royale.
Records excited for One Justice next week.
Yeah, it's next week. It's next week. Don't get ahead of us. So, going from that game to the next one on the same day, the 4th of this week, we got Baron. Fur is gonna fly.
What? Another flying animal game?
So we got animals flying,
What?
and we got the main character in this game being a dog, and fighting with planes in the air. So they're dog fighting again.
Oh my gosh. This has to be footage from the Vita or 2, right?
The what?
Up to 8 players?
The what of 2?
Vita. I thought it was Vita footage. Dog, look at this thing.
Hey, stop! This game looks like a nice little game that we would play at an after party.
We are. The next time Riddle Rex is in, we're gonna play.
Sadly-
this game.
Sadly-
Except it's not for PS4 though.
Oh yeah, not yet. Yes, absolutely.
So I guess we're not playing this game.
Everything except for PS4. But by the time Riddle gets back, we'll probably have it for PS4.
Oh.
Um,
A while then.
So yeah, it is a player little fighting game where you guys fight and just fly around planes. I'm pretty sure there's different game modes and stuff like that. So it looks like a fun little game.
Yeah.
And you can get that for $20.
$20 for that flying game.
Hey, there's probably a story behind it. There's a
There's
story
gotta be,
behind
that
it.
that thing should cost like $3.99 on the App Store. I'm just telling you.
Talking
that
about
this-
another App Store game coming out on the 6th. We have 60 seconds.
This game looks
It's
interesting.
I can play for 60 seconds and I give up.
So basically, what you have is 60 seconds to pick up everything you want or think you need to survive in a bomb shelter. So 60 seconds, the family of 4 has to get certain items in the house. And then they're going to go into the bomb shelter. And in the bomb shelter, they're going to try to survive with what they picked up in 60 seconds. So, to me, to be honest with you, I'm going to stream this. I really want to stream it because it just is just... You ever thought of something like that? I want to see
No.
what kind of scenarios and the outcomes that you can have.
I mean, yeah, look at the scenarios there. It looks like they die, they eat each other, they end up eating each other.
That's why it's going to be crazy.
And it's for every console.
Yeah, it's for everything, even your phone.
Everything.
I guess I
Not
have to stop
Vita.
doing that because that's a bad sales pitch if I tell them they could get it for free. But yeah, it's $10 coming out on the 6th. And then from there we go to a sequel of Pathologic. It's going to be
Those-
Pathologic 2. It's been on PC out for a while. It's going to be the second version. So if you guys did play the first one, this will be a sequel adding more to the story for $40. Coming out on the 6th as well.
What kind of cult
It's for
game is
PS4
this?
only.
I actually never played it, but I heard it's actually not a bad game. At least the first one wasn't bad.
Okay,
The
okay.
second one wasn't that bad as well.
I see what you
Yeah.
I see what you're throwing.
Going on from Pathologic 2 to the best game. Guys, I'm ready.
Pokemon.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX.
Uh-oh.
I'm so excited.
Only the Switch. Wow.
For the Switch, and actually, Google brought to my attention. What other system?
The DS. Look at that.
Wow. So you guys
Oh,
can run
finally,
this bad boy up on the DS.
Damn, I'm gonna have to wipe the dust off my DS.
Yeah, if you guys still haven't bought a Switch and still own a DS, just you can hop on it as well.
Yeah, rescue,
Damn.
rescue
Yeah,
away.
This is for $60 coming out on the 6th as well. And
$60 for this game?
I knew you're gonna bring that up to my attention, but yeah, of course. Who wouldn't pay $60 for a Pokemon game?
What are you talking about? We're about to buy 3 of them.
Google, this is the 20th Pokemon game. Are you not excited to pay $60
Oh, I'm
for
excited.
this?
I'm excited.
Yes. Okay, so jumping from that to
My hands are
PS,
getting sweaty. The biometrics on my controller are about to explode.
the PSVR game coming out this week called Separation, coming out on the 6th. $10. I do have some funds in my wallet, and I'm very interested to play this game, just because I am an artist, so I can kind of relate to this game.
For $10, you can buy 4
This guy made this game because his dad died in 2010.
Oh.
He went through some
Sorry.
stuff, and just kind of wanted to experience. He was inspired by artists and by Ico. You remember that game?
Eco.
Eco. My bad.
The
Mispronounced.
makers of Shadow of the
Shadow of
Colossus.
the Colossus. Yeah, he was inspired by how those games explored loneliness or loss and, stuff like that. So he was inspired to make a VR world where you could go, and it's almost like a walking game, and you experience and see a lot of different things and just be immersed in he calls it his big art piece. So it's very cool. So if you guys do want to try something new and just feel and experience something different in VR, because
like it.
VR is all about experiences. So yeah, this is for $10 coming out on the 6th.
Dude, $10 is a Big Mac meal, a movie. I would like
Yeah.
to contribute to this guy and his big art piece.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
And now
So
it's
yeah,
on
those
big
are
games,
the
too.
games you guys could get out this week. And now we're going to jump into
Reviews.
our one singular review.
So So 2 weeks ago, a game came to console that was already out on PC.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Hunt Showdown. Takes place, I want to say in the bayou somewhere. Doesn't give an exact location.
I feel like it takes place down there. Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like it's like New Orleans, the whole voodoo vibe and all that.
In the marshes and swampies and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's down there.
So, how do you explain this to somebody when they ask you what game this is?
Dude. It's a PvP survival horror game. That's
Okay.
how I'll say it. It's so broad to say it like that, but that's what
I do a terrible job. I tell them it's Resident Evil with a little mix of Battle Royale.
Okay, you say Battle Royale, you immediately intrigue somebody. So it's okay.
Resident Evil, they're like, oh, goodness. So, all right. So, basically, when the game starts off, you're trying to get clues to try to find your score. Basically, the thing you're hunting, right?
Yeah, the premise. Let's start with the premise. You're a bounty hunter,
Okay. But not a normal
but not a
bounty
normal
hunter.
one.
So you're hunting these
Monsters,
demons,
creatures,
monsters,
whatever type of monster you could think of. You're living in a place that's basically infested with different types of monsters.
And the monsters they're all different, and they're all crazy, and they're unique in their own rights.
Yes.
So while you're trying to find clues and you're trying to hunt these things down, there's other hunters in the map doing the same exact thing. So you look for different clues. You're trying to survive the zombies and all the monsters that are around you. And at the same time, you're trying to collect the bounty. And while you're trying not to get killed by the other bounty hunters. So all this is happening on one match, right?
Yes.
So you bring different gadgets, different abilities. You could also steal gadgets and weapons from the
Other
people that
people.
you take out. So what do you think?
There's and there's different
Abilities that you get.
abilities, and there's
You have to
also
unlock.
you have to worry about the other things that are just there, and awareness is a huge thing in this game. But yeah, that is the basis of it. You have to hunt down these monsters, and you basically have contracts, and as you fulfill these contracts, you can kind of advance and fight the harder monsters later on. There's difficulties as well that you can hop into every match. But yeah, do you want to dive into what you like and what you don't like?
What I do like is the sound. To me, one of the biggest things in this game is sound, as far as the around you, the nature. Also for clues to let you know when we were playing, Prodigy and I, we can hear I hear gunshots to the left of us. There's a team there. We're gonna have to fight them soon. Or you giving off different sound cues as far as walking, crouching, running through the swamp. The sound's different. You're walking in the crows, just like you're so worried about, okay, there's monsters, there's people, and then all of a sudden you hear the crows fly away and they make this loud crow sound that it just freaks you out. And the geese and the ducks and all this other stuff, and dogs barking and just the sound and the atmosphere, to me, it's good.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. They did a great job trying to immerse you in the world. But like Google was mentioning, we would hear shots to the left, and I'm like, okay, they're in that building. And then the sound of the shot at a certain distance would change, but very different. We can tell that this shot is coming from very far. We don't have to worry about it now. We can tell when this shot was, oh crap, this was inside the house. This was right there next to us.
And you could tell the gun type and everything.
Yeah.
And then it goes into you stealthing your guns or using crossbows to kind of quiet yourself. And I thought that was good.
Being worried where you're walking. If we tried walking on a roof to get up to the second floor
hear
to
the metal
a hut.
cracking or the
Yeah, so
wood.
there's sheds and aluminum on top of the roof.
Glass on the
and
floor,
super loud.
cracking.
You step on
Chain.
bottles. Yeah, so there's a lot of sound elements, and that's what makes this game so different, is how immersive and how well the sound design is in this game.
Yeah.
As well as that, it is pretty realistic when it comes to your health.
Yeah.
At least when it comes to fighting PvP.
Yeah.
You get shot with a bullet and holy crap, you're basically almost dead. You get shot again, you're basically down. Of course, there's different health types, different people. So we're going into bounty hunters. In this game, you could buy different bounty hunters and hire them. There's a money system where you get money by just paying the game. You get silver by just defeating monsters or killing zombies that are there around and stuff like that.
You get
Yeah.
money for basically
And there's a
everything.
leveling system where you can get perks and traits where you could be more quiet or different perks that upgrade and help your guy
And
out.
you could level up your gun. So it takes place in the bayou in the 1890s. 1895, 96. Thank you, Record, for clearing that up. So the guns also level up depending on your use of the gun. You can't just start slapping on scopes and stocks and different things like that. They want you to actually use the gun to get to know. And each gun fires differently. It's got different recoils, the shotguns, the handguns. And what I like is that it does not automatically reload your gun. Why do I like it? Because when you're in that tense moment, you're like, clack, 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 clack. Oh, crap. I got to reload. And it takes time to put his bullets in. If you only put 2 in, guess what? You could only take 2 more shots. It's not like automatically, boom, you just reloaded all your gun.
That and there's sometimes where you reload. I was pointing out to Kuka one time where we reloaded our rifle. And I'm like, Kuka, wait, we don't have one in the chamber. Because we never pulled the thing on and locked it in the chamber. I'm like, Kuko, make sure that our bullet is in the chamber so you can feed the rest of them. Because if not, we're going to dry shoot. Oh, crap, we got to pull the, I always forget what it's called. The thing, the straight pull and put the bullet in. So there's a lot of little aspects that are great about the game. Very big aspects is when it comes to sound design and all that. But I still feel there is a lot of stuff that can be improved upon.
One of them for me is color. Like in the world, they do an okay job with lighting. I think lighting could be improved, but the colors are sometimes too bland and they kind of blend in. I think that they can improve that. It's true though. Like sometimes you're walking and I wish the grass looked different than water. Sometimes it's all like too brown to me. Also the menu. Oh my goodness, the menu.
Yeah, since this is like a PC port, we're not used to, because we don't have mouse navigation. We got to use our analog sticks. The menu is very kind of cluttered. And especially since we were new, we didn't know what any of it was. We don't know what the heck these rituals, we don't know what the blood things, we don't know any of that is. So it just looks like a bunch of mumbo jumbo on the screen. So get ready to not be invited by the menu. It's not like an inviting menu.
The cursor.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes, it's a big... In the menu, you use a cursor because we have the controllers. The cursor movement is like this.
It moves like Joaquin playing soccer, like in super slow motion.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are little things. But I also feel like there's some problems with the movement of aiming as well. And I don't know if it's because I haven't adjusted my stuff. Maybe I haven't adjusted my stuff. I haven't adjusted my acceleration. I haven't adjusted my sensitivity. I haven't adjusted my ADS. So there's a lot of different things like that. There's little optimizations I feel they could fix here and there. Again, it is a PC port, so I knew going into this game that there was going to be little problems like this.
Yeah, but it also gives them, it's a live game that is going to keep improving.
Oh, no, yeah,
and
absolutely.
updates and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So
And
they're gonna
the
fix
good
those
thing
things.
was, the matches we played, if you guys want to check it out, go on our channel so you guys can see it. We did, Kuka and I did play a couple matches so you guys can see it on stream.
We did the training first and then...
I streamed the training so that way you guys can see that as well. But I also feel like there was, at least we didn't have a problem matchmaking.
No.
We matchmaked 2 seconds in, we already had a whole lobby. So if you guys do want to jump into this game...
It's a 3-man squad, right? And
yes,
we did 2?
We did 2, man, just him and I. We could pick up a solo, but him and I just wanted to do it for ourselves. So if you guys do want to pick up this game, it is $40. Rating, Kuko, what is your rating?
I found it like one of those girls that you dated and you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna marry her, but she's like, I'm kind of into her and I want to keep coming back, and she's like one of those side chicks that every once in a while I'm gonna cheat on Rainbow or cheat on this and check it out. The couple of times that we played, I could not get it out of my mind. Like I'm like, I want to play this game. I want to go back.
Me too.
Play. So it's one of those games that she's not a straight dime piece, but at the same time you want to keep her as your side chick.
Yeah,
keep her on there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think it's somebody
Might have to play.
that.
Right here, 3-man squad. I told you, jump on it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I definitely think it's a game that right now it's very intriguing, especially to us that we're kind of been playing almost the same stuff virtually for a while. So it's a good change of pace. At least in my mind, I think it's a good change of pace as well. So I definitely think that they can improve, for sure. But if you guys do want to pick it up, I would highly suggest if you do have friends. It's a good time. It's a fun game. It's something different as well. Like I said. It's $40 right now in the PlayStation Store as well as in Xbox, and I cannot tell you the Steam price because I don't know. So yeah, so if you guys want to pick it up, I highly suggest. I think it'll be it's a pretty fun and cool game and something different to try. So yeah, that is it for the reviews of this week. Kuko, any closing statements?
No, just stay tuned. Keep subscribe. Hit the notification button. Please share with your friends and family.
Yes.
Let them know what it is that we do here. Mm-hmm. We are going to host a bunch of different giveaways. We got games that we need to give away. We need to give away tickets to go see My Hero. We're going to do that. We're going to give away some Gamebros t-shirts. Mm-hmm. We're going to work on a Visa gift card with some of our new Gamebros t-shirts that no one's seen yet that we're working on.
Yet to be revealed.
So we're working on a lot of different things.
So not these,
excited.
but the newer ones of these.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Kuko said, basically everything. But remember to also follow us on our social media so you guys can be tuned in and follow us. Follow up with us with anything that we post there. We post our giveaways, we post announcements, we post discounts, we post little funny memes you guys can share with your friends and let laugh, have a little laugh in your day. So yeah, so remember to subscribe, leave a notification bell as well, so you guys know every time we go live and every time we do a new upload. Leave a like down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, so that's about it. Quito, you want to close off anything as well?
No, just stay tuned.
All right, sounds great. So like we always say, live in your world, we'll play in our Gamebros. Peace.
Peace.